Very interesting dance move by Osho. Same thing over and over again. Conscious practice. What's conscious? This is V. And today I'll be responding to Osho's video on, man, I am drunk. My name is V. I love all things meditation, wisdom, and yoga based. I've started taking in wisdom reaction requests, so please comment down below what videos you want me to watch. Osho is definitely one of the spiritual teachers I've learned quite a bit from. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Loving the energy so far. Very interesting dance move by Osho. Same thing over and over again.
The way you walk, it seems as if you are drunk. What is the truth?
Man, I am drunk. But not drunk with ordinary alcohol, marijuana, hashish, opium, LSD. I grow my own marijuana within me. No government can interfere into it. My source of drunkenness is my silence, my love. My centeredness, my rootedness into myself. Yes, I walk like a drunkard because I am a drunkard. You have observed truly. Once you know the inner serenity, a gap between you and your body arises. A gap between you and your mind arises. That creates my wobbly walking. Nothing can be done about it. It is not a medical question. It is natural to anyone who is enlightened. Mostly enlightened people die immediately after enlightenment. For the simple reason, because they cannot manage any connection with their body and mind. It is very rare that somebody goes on living after enlightenment. But one has to compromise. That bobbling is the compromise.
Man, I'm Drunk, the title by Osho, at least from the video on YouTube. Very interesting, a little confusing, I will not lie. I'll have to draw some parallels here to what Sadhguru talks about, because he talks about also being in this state of drunkardness, and it's from yogic practices and also being, I guess, at this sort of enlightened type of state of system. And I mean, this was interesting. Basically, I guess what he really says, and at least what I took away from this, is that when you are truly able to create that distance between you and the body and you and the mind, then, and when I mean true distance, it's not like a moment of it, because I think technically a lot of us, or maybe most of us on this path of seeking, have experienced moments of enlightenment, but I guess being there all the time, when you've truly crossed the bridge, at least this is what I'm sort of interpreting here, is when you have almost severed the connection of the unconscious mind. It doesn't mean that you don't have access to the mind, but the unconscious mind just disappears. Again, this is just my interpretation. I'm not enlightened. I'll make that clear. But that's what I think it is, and I could see that being similar with what he described here. And also what Sadhguru says. And it's really interesting because he also says something about how when you do get enlightened, it's really hard to continue living. Sadhguru shares a yoga perspective on it, which, at least from what I've heard, is that you basically leave your body. Maybe your body evaporates. I don't even know, honestly. This is very out of my realm of experience stuff, so I don't want to say too much here. But find it interesting, and I guess the key here is to realize that you could definitely be in this state of, let's say, highness by your own nature. And that's what I truly think the essence of the video was, and that's also what Sadhguru talks about. So I love the similarity here and the parallel. I don't know much about Osho's methods, but I am familiar with Sadhguru's methods, and I have heard many people talk about them experiencing that. Have I directly experienced it? Not so much, but indirectly, honestly, yes. So, again, it's not a right or wrong of being high, but it's how consciously high are you? Because most of us nowadays are not high, but we're high, like basically conscious, not as in like conscious, like woke, but just we're not, let's say, consuming stuff, and so we're in an almost miserable state of mind, and obviously not high. But then people resort to a feeling of wanting to get high by compromising their level of consciousness and actually going unconscious to drink and smoke and whatever. But there's a way actually to be conscious and high. That's what I've heard. I don't know how true it is because that is technically out of my experience. Let me know what you think. Have you experienced this? In the comments down below. Also, as I mentioned before, I am opening up video reaction requests, so please also comment down below. With that, make this a great day, take a joyful and stay conscious. Ecstasy.